Hey everyone, so I'm back with another tutorial on vibe coding on Solana with using Poof. The first one did quite well, got a lot of positive feedback, and yeah, I figured I'd do another one. And today we're going to dive into flywheels. I know they're hot all over Twitter and CT, and for good reason. We've actually seen Poof users launch tokens on any launchpad. We've seen users launch on, Bags, Believe, Pump, Bonk, like whatever it may be. The launchpad doesn't matter, and build apps for their tokens, and we've seen them do well. Like, so I figured I'd put the camera on and kind of share this intel with the all the other Poof users and kind of help you do something similar if you wanted to and you were to launch a token. So let's just get right into it. So today what we're gonna build is like essentially like a 401k for your token holders. And if you're not familiar with 401ks, we have it in the States. I don't know if they have it in other parts of the world, but that doesn't matter. But it's honestly, to think of it, it's kind of like an airdrop, really, which is funny, right? But basically what you do is you take some of the income you make from your job and you put it away in a retirement account, and you really can't take it out until you retire. I mean, there's some like caveats there, but let's assume you can't take it out till you retire. And what your company that you work for will do is essentially match a certain percentage of the amount that you block away for retirement. So it's essentially an airdrop, which is funny to think about. But and yeah, so let's use Poof and build something similar for our token holders. And the cool thing about crypto is it doesn't need to be a US citizen that has access to 401k. It can be your token holders all around the world, right? So essentially your token holders will come in, lock away their tokens for a certain period of time, and you as a token creator with your supply will reward them with an airdrop. So it's a cool kind of airdrop mechanic that's already battle tested in traditional finance. So yeah, let's get right to it. So one more thing before we get right into it is I want to talk about is devnet versus mainnet. Since the last video I've seen a lot of users have questions about this, and devnet is like just a test network on Solana. And the unfortunate thing is when you build or when you launch tokens on any of these launchpads, they don't actually launch your token also on devnet. They go straight to mainnet. I mean, they themselves use devnet to test, but you won't have access to your like CA on devnet. So we've made that as easy as possible for you. I've actually created a site here. I created it with Poof on devnet, and I'll include the link in the description, but anyone can come onto this site and just claim some test tokens. And this is the CA for the test token, and you can just come in, claim some tokens, and use this token to build your app on devnet. So you're not using real funds to test your app. And then once your app is ready and you've tested it and it looks good, you can graduate your app to mainnet and you can just put in your actual CA. We've seen users already do this. So it's been quite effective. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and claim some test tokens. So I can come and claim some test tokens. Cool, got 100 tests. And these aren't worth anything, so don't go too crazy. But it's on devnet too, which it's not real money. But the whole premise is you can, use it to test. So, all right, I have a token I created with the mint address of. Now I want to create a 401k type website. Users come in and lock tokens. They can lock tokens for, let's make it 5 days, 15 days, or 90 days. And you can obviously customize this for your app and like whatever you want. And let's start with that. So one thing about prompting is you don't want to give too much scope to the AI in the beginning. You kind of want to build your app incrementally, like feature at a time. And this is how traditional software development is done as well. It's much harder to catch issues, both for you when testing your app and the AI as well. So I'm gonna start really small here and let's see what happens. I think one thing I was just name the token. Actually, no, it's fine. We'll just leave it. But you can have more fun with this and kind of custom and brand it to your token that you launched. And remember, you can do this on any launchpad, launch your token on any launchpad. It doesn't matter. Poof will be able to build an app for it on Solana. So let's give it a chance to go. Okay, we're back. So as I said in the last tutorial, if you didn't watch it, so what Poof does is it creates a little mock UI for you, and you can kind of use this to just test out the UI. It's not actually doing anything on the actual blockchain yet, which that'll come later, but you can test it here. Like it says, please connect your wallet to access token launching dashboard. I'm going to connect my wallet, use native Privy integration. I'm just going to use Phantom here, and you'll see, okay, cool. It just has some and this is all fake data, right? You can see your dashboard, you can lock tokens, cool. Simple enough. I'm gonna not go too deep onto the UI. I've a lot of Poof users have been creating pretty sleek UIs for their apps, but I think what I really want to show off here is the actual like Flywheel on-chain smart contract mechanics that you can build. So I'm just gonna add like a very simple theme, and then I'll leave the UI at that. So let's add a theme. We want people. You know what? Let's do other. Let's do other here. I love these. My personal favorite is playful, colorful, but let's just do other. And I'm just gonna do crypto degen because we want to create like a degen 401k. So let's see what it does with that. Okay, we're back here. So it seems like it applied like some crypto degen theme. I like the new font that it applied. So we click wallet, hit Phantom, and you can see like it even changed the font in Privy, which is kind of cool. And yeah, like I said, yeah, I'm not gonna go too deep into the UI. You know, this is something that you can dive into your in your own time and make it however you want because it's more personal. So what I am going to show off is the actual Flywheel mechanics. So now let's just tell Poof, okay, let's assume we're happy with the UI and say integrate smart contracts and backend. And that's usually a good command after you're happy with the mock UI to like let it actually build out the app. So let's do that. We are back. So it looks like it ran a database task, which looks, it did some on-chain aspects, lock periods, unlock dates, and escrow functionality, which is great. And then it looks like it updated the UI to use the new backend. And one way to kind of sanity check this is on Poof, you have this control room. And this is like your console as a dev. So here you can see your policy, and policy is kind of the tech that Poof uses under the hood to like write your smart contracts and your backend essentially. So you can see they had the admin address, it's set to my address by default, and then this was the token mint address. And I can see they added some stuff to represent locks on chain. If you're curious about this tech and how it works, definitely reach out on the Discord. But looks like it has kind of some of the functionality baked in, right? And then you have Collection Explorer. So here as a dev, you'll be able to see all the locks and the unlocks, it looks like. Obviously right now there is nothing. Secrets is if you're using like external API keys and you want to, you know, add them onto Poof. Poof does it in a secure way. Backend is if you have like custom backends, which I'll save that for maybe another tutorial. And then custom domains if you want to, you know, use your custom domain. But enough of that. Let's just get into the app. So let's try it out. You can use that arrow to open it up. I'm going to connect my wallet. I'm going to connect my Phantom. Cool. My Phantom's in test mode, which is important because we're running this on devnet, remember, and I claimed those tokens. So I have some of those tokens available to me. And looks like we got a blank screen. Let me try hitting refresh. Okay. This happens. So what I would advise in a situation like this, and I'm going to do this live with you, is you just go to View, Developer, JavaScript Console, right? And it looks like we're getting all these errors. So what I'll do is I'll literally take this error and I'll paste it into Poof. On the UI, I am seeing this error on repeat. And let's let it fix it, and Poof will just figure it out for us. And it looks like we're back. So let's go ahead and try that again. So, okay, cool. It opened, like, let's disconnect, connect the wallet. So cool. And I'm glad we kind of went through that because I think it's very helpful for you all to see how you might want to debug things. And cool, look, it's even showing my test token balance that I have, how much I've locked, number of active locks. Cool. So let's go ahead and try locking some tokens. So let's hit lock tokens. We're gonna, like, let's just lock 10 for now. Lock duration, we'll do 5 days. And then we're gonna lock the tokens. And voila, we're losing 10 of the testnet tokens, and this is running on Solana, so cool. Well, cool, and oh, instantly it showed up, so cool. We have 10 tokens locked for 5 days, 4 days and 23 hours remaining, perfect. Now, you might be noticing, like, how the hell do I test this thing? I'm not gonna sit here and wait 5 days, I wanna get this tutorial out. So what I'm gonna tell Poof right now is maybe we'll launch on mainnet with these timestamps, but it's obviously hard to test with this. So I'm gonna tell it to use a smaller time window. So basically I'm gonna say instead of 5 days, 15 days, or 90 days, can you change that to, I don't know, where we'll do like 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or actually I don't got time for that. I'm gonna do 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and 15 minutes. So let's do that. You're back. Yeah, I wasn't gonna sit there for whatever it was, five days. So now apparently it's what it said is you can see updated lock period definitions and tolerable schema and rules from 5 to from 5. Oh, sorry, I'd have minutes, but whatever. To 2 to 5, 15 minutes. So now I'll be able to test being able to lock and unlock my tokens, right? So let's just go ahead and test that here. So this one, unfortunately, I already locked, and this is why we test with on devnet, so you're not using real funds. But here, let me lock some now. I'm gonna lock another 10. I'm gonna lock it for 2 minutes this time. So let's run this transaction. Cool, it went through, and it showed up, and it's in 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining. So yeah, I'll cut off the video. I'm gonna wait 2 minutes here, and then we'll test the unlock flow. Okay, we are back here. So one thing you'll see is this one automatically is ready to unlock. So this one I can unlock right now. And then here, this one, you can ignore this one. And this is why when I test on devnet, you see it has undefined minutes. So like it's like bad data, right? Because we tested with the previous data set. So all this will go away once we launch the app on mainnet. And this is why you want a testing playground for your app. You literally cannot build an app without it. And this is why you do want to be able to test on devnet, right? So you can see it has my available balance of how much of the test tokens that I have in my wallet. Total locked, it tells me that I have 20 total tokens locked and active locked. So let's see what happens when I unlock my token. So I can try unlocking it now. And cool, it works. I'm getting my test tokens back, and it's been 2 minutes. And yeah, successfully unlocked 10 tokens. Cool. And it even has it still there, and it says unlocked, and this went down to 1 active lock, and my total is 10 because I had those 10 that I locked for like whatever it was. So cool. Now you might be wondering, okay, this is cool. Unlocking tokens. It's all, programmatically enforced in the smart contract on Solana. Cool, that's awesome. But where's the airdrop, right? Where's the actual flywheel mechanic? And where's the actual 401k matching, right? So let's add that. So the one thing I think you need to understand if you're kind of new to blockchain development is you can't really move funds around without signatures, right? So like it's kind of a natural security component of blockchains, right? Like I from my wallet have to sign a transaction if I'm gonna have any funds leave my wallet. So the problem with that is these signatures expire. So if someone wants to come in and they click unlock their token, how can I send them tokens if I'm the token creator and I have a big amount of supply without me, being on a screen and signing a transaction? So the way you want to implement these kind of mechanics is what we call escrows. So what you do is you deposit a certain number of your tokens to an escrow, which is like an on-chain programmatic escrow. So it's a smart contract, right? So Poof will literally design the escrow in a secure way so that no one else can come in and just withdraw funds from that escrow, and only your users that are unlocking tokens will be able to get their reward. So we need to set this up, right? Or else no one's gonna lock their tokens. So let's set that up. So can you make it so that when a user unlocks their tokens, if they locked for 2 minutes, they get 1%. They get 1% of the amount they locked from an admin escrow. We'll just call it an admin escrow. If they locked for 5 minutes, they get, we'll just say like 5%. And obviously these numbers, you can tweak them later when you go to mainnet. This is just so I'm actually able to test the app, right? I'm not gonna sit here and wait 30 days for locking, but you can make it like, a year. They have to lock a year, and then they get like 100% match, right? If you wanted to. Have fun with your app and kind of do whatever you want. And then let's say if they lock for 15 minutes, they get 50% of the amount they locked from the escrow. And then also another thing I'm going to say is give me as an admin an easy way to deposit tokens into the escrow, because I'm going to have to deposit tokens into the escrow. Poof will do it in a secure way where no one can withdraw from this except for people that are actually locking their tokens. So this is kind of the cool blockchain smart contract capabilities that you have here. So let's go ahead and send that to Poof. Like we are done here. So it looks like what did proof do? So it did 2 minutes, 1% bonus, 5 minutes, 5% bonus, 15 minutes, 50% bonus. So obviously, you know, I'm doing it with these shorter time frames to help me test it, the actual like locking and unlocking functionality. But obviously, in a real case, you might want to, or you could do it like this, right? It's your app. You could do it whatever you want with it, but you could make it longer and change like the reward amounts. So now Poof should have the escrow set up, so I, as the token creator, can deposit some of my tokens into this escrow, and then when people come and lock their tokens and they've locked it for, you know, whatever time I specify, they get a company match. So literally like how 401k works. So let's go ahead and test this guy. Cool. You see, it created this admin panel for me. So now, as the admin of this, I can go into this admin panel. I can see the escrow balance. It looks like total deposits, rewards paid, active logs. Cool. I can like just kind of get a glimpse to the state of my 401k for my token. So I'm just going to deposit 100 tokens into the admin panel. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh. And yeah, you can see I'm losing 100 test tokens. Perfect. That sounds perfect. That's exactly what I want. Successfully deposited. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the home page and I'm going to lock some tokens, right? So you see my balance went down, right? Because the tokens have moved away from my wallet into this escrow, which is a programmatic wallet controlled by the smart contract on Solana that will use the coded logic to only send the company match, the 401k match, to people that have locked their tokens for whatever, you know, specified time. So, you know, have some fun here. Create these apps for your tokens. You can make it, you can do some like crazy stuff like, yo, if you lock your tokens for a year, you get 100% match. So like if I put in like 100 tokens, I would get back another 100. So like kind of incentivizes people to lock, and it's cool because you can build like flywheel mechanics into your application. Just pure vibe coding. It's honestly kind of crazy. We've already seen tons of users doing this, and they've been honestly seeing some success with their tokens. So I figured I shared this alpha with all of you early users of Poof. So let's try it. So we're gonna lock tokens. We're gonna keep it to 2 minutes just so it's easy to test. And we're gonna lock, I don't know, 10. So I have 10 tokens, right? So yeah, look, it's telling me. Actually, let's make it a little more cool, 100, because it was telling me down here, and one token's easier to read. So let's lock it for 2 minutes, and let's lock 100 tokens. Cool, I'm losing 100. So, and yeah, back to here, potential reward, 1 token. It actually, the UI actually incorporates the rewards now too, which is pretty cool. It tells me my active locked, which is 2, total locked. So everything looks great, honestly. So now I'm gonna sit here, and I'm not gonna, as much as I would love here to talk to all you guys for 2 minutes, I'm not gonna do that because I'm sure you'll get bored. So I'll cut off the video, and then we can unlock and test the rest. But if you do want to talk to me, come to the Discord, and I'm always willing to talk. Okay, and we are back here. So you can see it says 100 token, which is the amount I locked, plus the 1% reward, and reward is 1 token, so ready to unlock. So it's locked, and I can ready to unlock. So in theory, I should get 101 back, right? Because I locked it for 2 minutes. So if I hit this, unlock, and voila, I get 101 test tokens back. Cool. And yeah, it says unlock now, unlock now. So I got my 101 test tokens back. There's your cool 401k that I built completely vibe coded on Solana. Yeah, you know, this is just a small thing, like small example, or one example, not small, because you can take this app and make it very complex and cool, and make a cool UI and add more unique mechanics to how your 401k for your token holders works. But we've been seeing so many builders just build cool flywheel apps and for their tokens, and it's pretty awesome. So I highly recommend, if you want to launch a token or you want to dev a token or something like that, come in, use Poof, build an app for it, whether it's something like this, or if you have another idea of what you want to build, come in Discord, talk to us. We can kind of tell you what people build it, what other things people are building that is kind of leading to success. So Poof supports things like buybacks, burns, blocking, airdrops, you name it, we will support it. So definitely reach out, and yeah, have fun building. Ooh, before I forgot, I ended the video and I did want to share this. So here you can see on SolScan, this is on devnet, the transaction for the unlock. So we're interacting with the proof protocol, and you can see I got this is my locked account. So basically this where my tokens are locked. So I got my 100 back, and you can see from the admin pool, I also got my one, which is like the 1% of the token. So yeah, it's all happening on chain in one atomic transaction. So yeah, it's no LARP or anything of that nature. We've seen people build really cool on-chain applications that have real on-chain mechanics that can be verified on SolScan and how it's working, whether it's burns and buybacks and transfers and airdrops. So just yeah, definitely wanted to show this. I won't take any more of your time. I'm sure you're sick of me, but if you're not for some weird reason, yeah, I'm always in the Discord and my DMs are open. But cool, yeah, and happy building.